So I've been hearing my whole life about how my favorite team has never won a Super Bowl. I've been hearing my whole life about how I would never get to see my favorite team hoist the Lombardi trophy. I heard my whole life all of those ringless fan jokes and how, every other team was better than my team because my team had never won a Lombardi. Okay? I've seen I've seen people dance around gloating in my face about it. I've been to games where the Eagles have been winning 41 to 20 and those fans are still gloating over championships that they've won 30 35 years ago. Okay? And I've always been one of those people who respects greatness from the past. Despite how rusty those championship rings are, despite how rusty that Lombardi trophy might have gotten, I've always respected greatness, okay? And I've always respected people's championships, okay? But recently, all I've been seeing, is fans from other fan bases who used to be gloating about how my team had never won a Super Bowl, telling me that the Eagles fans need to be humble. That Eagles fans need to humble themselves. They need to act like they've been there before. Well, I'm sorry. We've never been there before. Philadelphia Eagles fans, most of us have never felt what it's like to win a Super Bowl or even a football championship. Okay? Unless you were from the 1960s, we have no idea what that's like. Okay? We have no idea. We have such no idea that there are people in the streets eating poop. Okay? They're eating horse poop. Now, would I ever do that? No. But winning a Super Bowl, sometimes waiting 58 years to win a Super Bowl, that's what people do. Okay? That's what people do. Everyone's telling us that we need to be humble. When I happen to know, okay? I happen to know in many cases, there have been fans of other teams who win Super Bowls, and that literally changes their mentality about everything. Okay? I've known some people who have been really cool before they saw their team win a Super Bowl. And then after that, they acted like the biggest douche holes in the world. Biggest douche schnozzles that ever schnozzled through a douche. Alright? So don't tell me or any other Eagles fan to be humble. I understand Eagles fans are arrogant and sometimes they can't control themselves or their emotions. And I don't condone the arrogant fans who do the stupid stuff like put up signs saying to do awful sex acts to 99-year-old women. I'm not all about that. Okay? I'm not all about Eagles fans that throw beer cans at other fans. I'm not all about that. I don't condone that. But don't tell us to be humble. Don't tell Eagles fans to be humble because I know this. I know one thing for sure. Okay? For most of the Eagles rivals, most Giants fans, Cowboys fans, Redskins fans, the Eagles dominated you this season. They absolutely dominated you. Okay? Swept the Giants, despite the fact that they were two really good games. Swept the Giants, swept the Redskins, annihilated the Cowboys in one game, and then come playoff time, you guys are like, you guys are going to be one and done. It's going to be awesome. You'll never win a Super Bowl ring. Okay? And then when the Eagles beat the Falcons, they were all underground, okay? They were all in their bum shelters. Okay? 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 And then when the Vikings scored 7 points, they're winning 7-0 in first quarter, their heads came up, and then the Eagles scored 38 consecutive points. And they were back under, just hoping and praying. And then the Patriots were up 33-32 in the Super Bowl. They poked their heads out. They were about to say something, and then the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and they went back to their bum shelters. Okay? We all know, that if, for the most part, and I'm not talking about all of the Eagles' rivals, we know that if the Eagles had lost that Super Bowl, okay, Eagles fans would never, ever let it down. NFL memes, Colin Cowturd, Nick Wrong, Skip Baseless, okay? All the Eagles' rivals would be so arrogant talking about their Super Bowl rings. We got 5, we got 4, we got 3. How many do you have? Don't tell Eagles fans to be humble. Please, don't tell. Actually, let me say one thing, okay? Before I end this thing, don't tell anyone to be humble, okay? Unless you practice what you preach, don't tell anyone to be humble. And that's all I have. I'll do what I please. I'll say what I please, okay? I'm not an arrogant person. I don't say extreme things, okay? I am a humble person who is mostly to themselves. But do not tell anyone else to be humble. Do not tell anyone else what they have to do. It's okay to give advice, but in this situation, you would not be humble. You would not be humble at all. And that's all I have to say. Thank you for all the fans who have congratulated us. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about everybody, okay? When I'm not grouping people in, I'm just saying from a lot of the messages that I've seen in the media, right? And a lot of things I've seen on Twitter, which Twitter and Facebook are an absolute vacuum. That's all I have to say, okay? Don't tell people what they need to do. Don't tell people what they need to say, okay? Focus on yourself. That's all I have to say. Peace.